Across the world, hundreds of millions of people come together to celebrate a new decade.
COVID-19 started in January. A lot of things started to change. Mental health has increased a lot due to the events of the pandemic. People have lost friends, family, jobs are at risk, and education has changed. Social life is different, and a lot of changes have been made.
From this evening, I must give the British people a very simple instruction. You must stay at home.
My name's Candy and I'm from Bristol. I'm going to interview a few people in the community to find out how they have coped during this time.
My name's Candice. I do quite a few things. So I do emergency admin in the emergency department, and I'm a dancer, and I do a lot of volunteering work around mental health and well-being at the moment.
Oh, it's quite a lot.
It is a lot. I'm a busy girl.
Yes, sounds like it. How did you feel when you first heard about lockdown?
I feel like it's been so long now. It's difficult to think back to how I felt back then. I think I was just as shocked as everybody else. There was a lot to process. I don't think I realised just how taxing it would be until we were really in it. But yeah, it was just a lot to take on board. And we're still here.
Yeah. Yeah. Felt that.
School was closing down as well.
Yeah.
So the school was only open up to frontline, basically.
Yeah.
So it was only those children.
Like key
So-
workers.
Yeah, key workers.
We halted it, to be honest. It stopped it completely. The only thing we did have was we had radio all the way through, so that was good. That was a blessing in disguise. We had radio all the way through. Obviously, we were down as key workers because obviously we're giving information to the public, etc. So that kept us going. But as far as outside in the clubs, festivals, etc., completely shut off. No work.
I was studying online and trying to get all my work done online, but I realised I'm just completely incapable of doing all of this work for £9 a year online with absolutely no support or outside help whatsoever. And it kind of is the reason why I decided to suspend.
And actually sit face to face with the lecturers and with everybody else that's studying as well, I'd be more motivated to do it. But because I'm at home just on my laptop in the same space that I always am because of lockdown, it's just not the same. I don't have the same motivation, don't really want to do it.
Obviously the creative industries have been affected massively, so that also stopped and everything reverted to Zoom, which has been really difficult. I appreciate it. I'm all for technology, but at the same time it's not the same as being in a studio and having a class like that, so adjusting to that was very different. Because I'm so busy anyway, I think I learnt to appreciate having time to myself, because I would never, I schedule my life and I'm always doing something, and I think because I couldn't do those things, I learnt to appreciate having more downtime.
It's very difficult, like I said. I think the first couple of months you thought it was okay, went for walks, the sun was shining, you know, and then it just got to a point where you think, this is going to be my life at this age, you know, that's not how I plan to be dealing with life, you know. It was like being on death row.
I think there's only so many times you can call your friends over the phone or FaceTime them before you start to miss the actual physical human contact. And I know my like social skills have like diminished so much just because I haven't been having like face-to-face interactions with people.
Yeah, I agree. And I don't feel like I'll even know how to work until I'm able to leave the house, just because I have like really struggled with not being able to see family and friends. Like I've had aunties, I've had babies and stuff, and normally you'd be like really involved. But it's about not being able to have that break either. Like in sixth form and when you're doing GCSEs, they'd always say like make sure you're taking breaks and seeing friends whenever you're doing exams and stuff. And like we've had loads of assignments, but we just can't do that. We're always at home. There's never like an opportunity to relax.
I was kind of in my bubble already, so I wasn't too bad. Obviously there's family members that, you know, I couldn't see, which was a bit sad because it was quite tough really. Quite tough, yeah. And I, you know, at that time there was loads of Zoom calls, telephone calls and stuff.
At first it was alright because I didn't expect it to go on for over a year, you know, so it was almost like, yeah, this is gonna happen now. We're gonna get back to normal, get back to some sort of normality, and then, but as time goes on and it went longer and longer, then I started to really miss my friends and family.
Yeah.
You know, especially the elders in my family. You know, seeing them, going to visit them and stuff, and we couldn't do that. So yeah, that took a toll.
A year ago, I actually had COVID, and like I remember my doctor saying to me specifically, "It's okay to go out. COVID's not real in Bristol yet." So I was going out clubbing, I was going to college, I was going to work, thinking I just had a viral infection, and like it was just the flu, and like it was COVID. Like because I haven't caught it since, and I've been going out to work, I've been going out doing things, and I've not caught it, and obviously it means something. So like it has definitely affected me in so many ways.
The household had it over Christmas, well, just after. So we were isolating during January. My boyfriend had it as well, but I somehow didn't catch it.
Who hasn't had it at this point? Obviously, I work with a big team, and the likelihood of you working there and not getting it is very low. And I kind of didn't think I would get it. I really didn't. And even because I had it myself, even when I had it, I didn't realise that is what I had. So yeah, that was difficult. Because you feel really rough.
Always do is plan the meal for the next day, so I know what I take out for the freezer, know what I want to cook, know if I got the ingredients, and so I had to go back to things like that.
Yeah.
As well as when I could go out for a walk, when we had good weather, you know, that made you feel a bit freer, but you just felt shunned away from the rest of the world and, you know, what's going on. You spent a lot of time looking at the news, and there's so many things I could have been doing, but I just couldn't get my mind to concentrate, because you should be saying to yourself, hey, this is my chance. You know, I'm not working, you know, do this, do that, and do that, but I couldn't.
It was pretty sad, because, you know, we had a lot of events booked and stuff, completely lost. Promoters booked us for certain clubs, events. We'll start on that as well, because it was completely new to us, so it's like we had to like readjust our mind. You know, there's been a few nights where we, you know, go to bed and you just wake up and just lost, baffled, confused. But you know, give God thanks to, you know, our radio. 100%.
Of course, yeah.
It kept us taking over, you know. It gave us some hope.
One main lesson really is just to value everything around you. Value the people around you. Make time for people too. You know, because before the pandemic, it was a rat race. It was so fast paced, life was so quick. You didn't have time to do this or that, you know, but definitely it's taught me to slow down and appreciate what's around you. Sometimes we miss it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much the same, yeah, just appreciate what's around you. You know, I'm a big like nature lover. But I, you know, before the pandemic, I didn't see any nature, to be fair. But it allowed me to, you know, just get back to, you know, what matters the most, really.
I would say spend the time to polish up your craft, you know, and also don't put all your eggs in one basket. you can still remain in music, but there's so much different avenues, you know what I mean, production, things like that. You can even become an artist yourself, so, you know, because you've got a good insight to the music. But I'm just saying, just explore, and spend time within yourself, invest some time into yourself to improve you, so when you come out, you hit the ground running, you know, because everyone's going to be hungry.
Disastrous is sad, so if you got any like sadness in your heart or whatever, just let it out. The way how you express letting it out, crying, whatever it may be, just let it out. Yeah, but don't do it for too long, that is the key. You know what I mean? Because you won't get left behind. Pick yourself off, dust yourself off, and just jump back on the decks, on the mic, practice your craft.
Suggestion to anyone is you have to really know who you are.
Yeah.
It's not always easy, but you have to be able to recognize the signs that you are going into anxiety or some kind of mental depression, because one coincides with the other. The mental health and the health of your body go together.
Main things, just establish your safe base, so make sure you've got your friends and your family. I feel like the past year would have been very difficult without some of the people that I had around me, because you all just support and encourage each other. So make sure you have those people around you that they're supporting you and you're supporting them. And mainly, just focus on how you're feeling, whether it's in a positive way or whether you've actually been affected quite negatively. This has changed a lot. It's changed a lot of how we perceive things. So yeah, just mainly to really, really focus on yourself and your well-being, and just make sure you have time to look after you and those around you.
I think as soon as I can, I'm going to travel, do everything that I was meant to do last year, and obviously before all my plans get cancelled. But I just thought it might be nice to go out, see the world before it gets shut.
Even now, I've got such like a long list of things that I want to do, probably even things that I never would have done before, like simple things like even just going to the cinema, going bowling, because now that I've missed out on that and haven't been able to do those little things, I've really missed it.
I want to do is to get on a plane,
Yeah.
go to America and see. I have a great grandchild that also gave me hope.
Yeah.
You know, that was born during this time, and to be able to hold her, actually see her, not see her on pictures or videos.
Yeah. This year has been a challenging year for us all. Not knowing what is going to happen next has put a toll on everyone. After interviewing several people, it showed me that we are not alone. We are all going through this together. There have been ups and downs, but it has showed me that we can also be soldiers when we need to fight to survive.